Just how deep is this hole going to get before we are at the bottom? And I think that when we reach the bottom, it's going to be a lot different than we envisioned. Well, right now, Congress is considering legislation that will require you and me that you will need to get a global ID card to be able to buy or sell or get a job. And if you don't have one of these cards, a biometric ID card, you will not be able to eat, buy food, buy gas, get a job, open a bank account. You are going to have to get the mark of the global ID card, or better known as the Beast. As you know, we're going down a slippery slope faster than you can say Jack Robinson, and it is here, it is real, and it's got my attention. Now, remember, a plan right now is being pushed by Congress, by senators from both major political parties, that will force all Americans to get a biometric national ID card. Now that makes sense why they want your guns, because if you're any sort of a Christian American, you know that this national biometric ID card is the mark of the beast. And of course it's being promoted as a key immigration reform measure. But the truth is that the national ID card is much more about the government's endless appetite for more control over you and over me. Now, this ID card, if it's passed by Congress, this plan will make it so you cannot get a job without one. So, how are you going to survive if you can't work? Now, in addition, this national ID card would undoubtedly soon be used to identify us for all sorts of other purposes. Now, let's look at Obamacare. A great solution for that. You have a national ID card. You need health care. You get sick. Well, guess what? Oh, and by the way, did you know 12 states right now are passing euthanasia laws, or at least looking at them real hard? So if you're an older guy like me or an older guy like you, guess what? They can decide whether you are a burden to society. Many of you know about my eugenical story about my father, the guy that did not give me his genes because he was sterilized by the government in 1949 for being unfit. Well, I'm writing a book about it, and you guys are going to see it coming. It's called The Autism Conspiracy. That's right. I've had a lot of weird crap happen to me, including my kids getting poisoned by vaccines, the eugenics program creating me, choosing who my mother and father are, choosing who would be my sisters and my brothers. Well, anyway, it's a whole nother video, so keep that in your mind. The eugenics conspiracy, better known as the autism conspiracy. Anyway, let me ask you another question. Have you tried to open up a bank account lately? They make you jump through all these hoops to prove who you say you are. Now, what would happen if the government decided to require you to show your national ID card before opening up a bank account? Well, if you refuse to get a card, how would you be able to function in society with a bank account? Would you try to conduct all of your transactions in cash only? Or how about gold and silver? Well, that might work for a while. And of course, you would not be able to drive or get on a plane without TSA sticking their fingers where they don't belong. And you need to pull out your national ID card. So forget it. You're not going anywhere. Are you starting to get the picture? Well, unfortunately, the push for a national ID card in the United States is only a small part of the overall push towards a global ID card, and that's happening all over this planet. Now, the eventual goal is to have a universal ID that every man, woman, and child on the planet will be forced to take part of. Now, that's why it's so important for you and me to speak up about this, because right now, all of the big stream media outlets are lining up on the side of the national ID card. For instance, just check out this Sword Expert from the Washington Post entitled, "The Case for a National ID Card." I'm going to put the link to that article and a link to a whole lot of other garbage below. But you guys have got to wake up. We potentially are in the final stages of humanity as we know it. The Hunger Games are coming to a town near you. And I'll tell you what, guys, this is not pretty. So please, will Americans soon not be able to buy or sell or get a job without a global ID card? I fear so. The link is below. Please share it with your friends, and have a nice day.